All right, today we're going to talk about a really powerful tool you might not even know you have. It's a way for you to take back some control over your personal data and see exactly what companies really know about you. No, seriously, just think about that for a second. Every click you've ever made on their site, every single purchase, every chat with customer support, every little crumb of data they've collected on you. What would that even look like? Well, guess what? You don't have to just wonder. You actually have the right to ask. Okay, let's dive into this. For the longest time, it was kind of like the Wild West. Companies just collected our data with very few rules. But that is changing, and it's changing fast. We're in what's called an evolving regulatory landscape, which is just a fancy way of saying the rules are getting way stricter and the stakes for everyone are higher than ever. So you've probably seen these letters floating around, right? GDPR over in Europe, CCPA in California. And look, I know it sounds like a bunch of boring legal stuff, but trust me, it's not just red tape. These laws were absolute game changers. They fundamentally shifted power away from the big companies and back to us, the individuals. And that fundamental right we were just talking about, the right to go up to a company and say, hey, show me everything you've got on me, well, it has an official name. It's called a DSAR. Now, the key phrase here is formal request. See, this isn't you just sending a casual email with a question. Oh no, this is you exercising a legal right. The moment you submit a DSAR, a clock starts ticking, and that company is now legally obligated to get back to you. Okay, let's break this down real quick. The data subject, simple. That's you, or me, anyone really. And personal data? Whoa, this is way bigger than you probably think. It's not just your name. It's your IP address, where you've been, what you browse. It can even be the notes a customer service agent typed about you. The whole shebang. And the request isn't just about looking, it's about control. You have the right to get things corrected or even deleted. So you've made the request. From your end, it's pretty simple, right? Maybe you fill out a form or send an email. But on the other side, you have just kicked off what is basically a high-stakes, legally mandated data scavenger hunt inside that company. First, they have to make absolutely sure you're, well, you. Super important to avoid giving your data to the wrong person. Then the real work starts. They have to track down your data, which could be scattered across dozens of different systems, marketing tools, sales records, you name it. Then they have to read through all of it and black out any info that's about someone else. And the craziest part? They have to do all of this and get it to you securely, usually within just 30 days. It's a mad dash. And because this is so complicated, with huge legal risks if they mess it up, companies can't just have an intern handle it. No way. They have dedicated professionals, people called data production officers, privacy lawyers, whose entire job is just to manage this process correctly. Now, when it comes to how a company handles these requests, there are really only two ways it can go. You've got the, let's call it the headless chicken approach, a total panicked scramble, or you've got the smooth, streamlined, we got this approach. And believe me, the difference is like night and day. And this just lays it out perfectly. On one side, it's all chaos, legal trouble, and basically just breaking the trust of your users. But on the other, you see a smooth, compliant operation that actually respects people's rights. It's the difference between a company you feel kind of sketchy about and one that you know you can trust. You know, at the end of the day, this is about so much more than just trying to avoid some big fines. I mean, yeah, they definitely want to avoid those. But how a company responds when you ask for your own data, that says everything about how much they actually respect you. It's a fundamental moment of trust. So we've talked a lot about what this looks like for a company, right? This whole complex process. But let's flip it back around. Why does any of this really matter to you? Think about everything we just covered. The lawyers, the compliance teams, the frantic data searches, all of it. That entire massive machine gets kicked into gear by just one person, you. It's pretty amazing, right? You are the one who turns the key and starts the whole engine. And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. A DSAR is not some boring piece of corporate paperwork. It is a tool. It is your personal tool. It's like a flashlight you can shine into the dark corners of a company's databases to really see what's going on. It's how you hold them accountable. So we'll end on this thought. You now understand this fundamental digital right that you have. A right to see, a right to correct, and a right to control your personal information. So the only real question left is, now that you know you have this power, what are you going to do with it?